Senior, Chapter 14. Come and get your love, Senpai.
Caitlin stands in the doorway, fidgeting nervously. Can I come in? After a moment's hesitation, you move aside and let Caitlin step into your flat. I love you, Mizumi, and I made a huge mistake. I know we agreed that parting ways was the best choice for both of us, that we needed to follow our dreams, but my dreams are nothing without you. Caitlin sighs. TBD starts recording in a few months, but I don't have any new songs and I can't come up with a single note. Music comes from the heart, and you were my heart. Everything's off key without you. I love you, Mizumi. I love you and miss you, and please take me back.
Senpai does not notice you.
Oh, Caitlin. I missed you too. It's not that simple. And what about your future? This one's tough. I missed you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've thought about you nearly every day. Landon's got so many awesome music spots. Every time I pass one, I think I wish Caitlin were here to listen to this. I can't blame you. I was mad jealous when Amara told me some of the stories from her time here. Caitlin takes your hand in hers, her touch is soft, warm, and sure. I'm no stranger to mistakes, but so far the worst one was never actually talking to you about what we wanted after graduation. I mean, you tried to talk about it, but I always shut it down. The future's scary, you know? Why think about it before we have to? What are you saying? I'm saying we have the future to talk about now, and I'm ready to listen. And regardless of what the future holds, I want us to face it together. I want you in my life, Mizumi, more than anything. Will you give me another chance? Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Yes. I'm not gonna say 3 yeses. Because I think this is a bit too wham. Oh yeah, we fixed it, or no, we didn't. I think it's just a bit much. You mean it? Nod in your heart, surging with joy, relief, and love, you launch yourself into her arms and kiss her soundly. I love you, Caitlin. I never stop loving you. With a happy squeal, Caitlin lifts you off your feet and spins you around. I'm the happiest girl alive. I love you, I love you, I love you. If you love me, you would have never broke up in the first goddamn place. She kisses you, throwing her arms around your neck to pull you even closer. After a few happy, heated moments, Caitlin pulls away. For real, though, let's talk about what we want with our future, as long as we're together. I don't care where we go. I want... to take the Quill's job, to go to New York with you. I'm gonna go take the Quill's job. I'm sorry, but I can't give up this job. It's a dream gig. Hey, no apology needed. I want you to be upfront with me. But it means staying in London. How does that fit in your rockstar plans? Well, we'll need to record in New York, but that'll only take a month. 6 weeks, tops. We can handle that. But what about TBD's world tour? That was more of a possibility than a sure thing. And even then, we'd be opening for just a bigger act. Honestly, none of us were really digging that, so I brought up the idea of setting up our base in England. What? Really? Really. Amara and Darren both miss London like crazy, and Issa's been thinking of transferring to the Guildhall, and Rachel, well, she's just excited about blood pudding. She likes it more than hard-boiled eggs, if you can believe that. And Overnight Records is okay with that? With blood pudding? No idea. With us going to London? Absolutely. They actually think we have a shot of hitting our core audience here. But you're the only audience I really care about. You take Caitlin's face in your hands, running your fingers over the familiar features you love so well, before pulling her into a kiss. I never dreamed you would follow me all the way to London. Well, now that I'm here, what would you like to do? If you have a little time before the jet lag sets in, I could show you my favorite part of the city. How do you feel about the Tower of London? Count me in. Your hands intertwined, you and Caitlin head out the door. You and Caitlin get back together. You take the tube to the Tower of London. After buying your tickets, you and Caitlin head into the ancient fortress. So why is this your favorite place? I know it's touristy, but it's touristy for a reason. It's fun. This place is full of stories and histories, riots, revolutions, imprisonment, beheading. Do you think we'll find any ghosts? There's gotta be ghosts. I mean, this place was a prison. The tower wasn't just a prison. It was a terrifying prison, a mint, a zoo. How the f am I supposed to know this? I've never been to London. I have no interest whatsoever of really going to London. Why do I care? And I don't even know what the hell a mint is. We're better off going with a zoo, but we'll go with terrifying prison. Some prisoners were kept here for years without trials, and they preserved some of their graffiti they carved into the walls. You point to a sheet of glass nailed to a wall to preserve the carvings beneath. Names, dates, crosses, and other symbols are clearly can be seen. Metal. I mean, it's gruesome and morbid, but in my vocabulary, that translates to spooky and cool. As you continue through the tower, Caitlin takes your hand and squeezes it. I miss this. Me too. Suddenly, a raven flaps past you and lands on a wall sconce. No. Whoa. It's one of the tower ravens. They've kept them here at the tower for centuries. A bird that willingly flies around free is being kept there. Okay. Are they just allowed to wander all over the place? Pretty much. There's a legend that says if all 6 tower ravens fly away, the tower will fall. Well, one's and it lives in the woods. I'm sorry, continue. The raven fluffs up its feathers and hops on to the next wall sconce, and then the next. Let's follow him and see where he takes us. And Caitlin follow the raven deeper into the fortress, eventually winding up in a room filled with ominous metal implements. And you led us to a torture room? Thanks. That's not a sound a crow really makes for a raven, but... Raven gives a happy croak before flying away. Good, we can torture Caitlin to death. Don't look at me. You're the one who decided to take directions from our bird. You gaze at the displays of racks and manacles and repress a shudder. Were all these tools really necessary? I mean, if you wanted to get answers out of me, the solution's simple. All you have to do is... Stop it. Replace all my milk with skim milk. Fill the last roll of toilet paper. Play non-stop harmonica covers of domesticated antelope. And I could be fine with, actually, harmonica. Yeah, steal the last roll of toilet paper, especially after number 2. Unless I wanted to stay in the bathroom forever, I would have no choice but to give you whatever you wanted. Diabolical. I'll have to keep that in mind. Don't look so smug. I have ways of making you talk, too. You've got such a nice guitar. It'd be shame if someone snuck in one night and retuned it. No, please. You monster, I'll do anything. Then don't touch my toilet paper. You and Caitlin break down laughing. Honestly, though, there's only one torture that would break me. Caitlin pulls you close, kisses you shyly, sweetly. The thought of never kissing you again. I'm glad the torture's over, for both of us. Following the visitor signs, you and Caitlin make your way out of the tower. What, we weren't going to stay and play with any of the toys? Fine. You spend the next few hours showing Caitlin your favorite bookstores and museums, and by late afternoon you end up in front of a fish and chips stall near Westminster. Excuse me. I thought it was weird when I saw locals pouring vinegar on their chips, but I have to say it's delicious. Splash a generous amount of brown vinegar on top of your fries and battered fish. Caitlin follows your lead, and that's something I've never done. No tartar sauce? This stall only serves mayonnaise, and I can't vouch for how long it's been in the sun. Ugh. Right. No mayo then. As you spend a few minutes enjoying the flaky fried food, and irresponsible joy starts to bubble up within you. I'm so glad you're here, Caitlin. I've had a lot of fun in London, but I can't lie. It hasn't been the same without you. Draw Caitlin in for a deep, lingering kiss. Suddenly the air starts to ring as Big Ben chimes out at the hour. Oh wow, we totally let the day run away with us. What time is it? There's a giant clock right there. Caitlin grins at you. Caitlin has a great idea clock. You show me around, all around the city, but now it's my turn. Have you ever been inside Big Ben? Just gonna let that sink in for a moment. No, tours of the place sell out months in advance, and no wonder, it's so iconic. Plus it's a UNESCO heritage site. Well, it just so happens that one of Amara's friends is interning for UNESCO right here in London. I gave him a call while you were in the loo, as they say. He's totally willing to sneak us in after it closes. For real? But when it closes, will there be anyone else there? Caitlin winks and leans in, her cheek warm against yours. You can feel her whispered words on your skin. No, but I'm sure in the mood for more of a private tour. Anyway. This is your last chance to spend romantic time alone with Caitlin before the finale of the freshman series. Huh. Be a real shame if I didn't get the Diamond Edition out sometime, huh? This would be a good time to plug my Twitch channel and say you should really support that. Support helps me get content out quicker. Just saying. I'd love to, but I'm utterly knackered. That's British for exhausted. No worries, babe. She pulls you closer for a swift kiss. We can rock out with our clock out some other time. Never again. Never again. Funny. You're funny. Mind if I walk you back to your fancy London flat? You may. Caitlin loops her arm through yours, and the two of you head back to your flat, giggling, exchanging kisses the whole way. A few weeks later. After completing your program in London, you return to Hartfeld and move back in with Caitlin. Inspired by your adventure, you finally finish and submit your thesis. Now all that's left is graduation. The day before the ceremony, you, Abby, Caitlin, and Becca walk into an upscale boutique in downtown Northridge. I can't believe your dad managed to snag a table at Ches Marcella for your graduation dinner. It's one of the nicest places in town. I hope you can all make it. I want the whole gang there. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Same here, but if we're going to Ches Marcella, we better look the part. As everyone splits off to explore the racks of clothing, your eyes land on a sparkling lavender two-piece dress right next to a provocative, deep green halter. Ooh, look, Mizumi's found something. Which one would you even pick? They're both gorgeous. If the server doesn't comp your appetizers after seeing you in either of these, I'll eat my handbag. I'd actually pay to see that. Well, there's no harm in trying them out. Hurry off to the nearest dressing room. This is your last chance to choose a shut the hell up. It's no longer hype anymore when it's the last chance. Smooth as silk, play it as a cool as a cucumber in this sleek and sexy teal dress. Or the lavender, which is not that impressive to me. I don't know, it's just not me. Put the pedal to the metal in this sweet lavender ensemble, or dress nicely. We are going to a fancy restaurant. Let's see if there's anything else I can wear. You look fine in what you're wearing. Continue with the story. This will do. You step out of the dressing room. Alright, ladies, let's get out of here. Smiling and chatting, the four of you leave the boutique. A few hours later, your parents and friends gather to celebrate your graduation at Ches Marcella. As everyone's enjoying the food, Zach gets to his feet, a champagne flute in hand. I would like to propose a toast to Mizumi. Mizumi. Hear, hear. And a hearty congratulations to all the graduates. Indeed, you all should be proud. Beside you, Caitlin leans over and whispers into your ear. I'm so freaking proud of you, babe. Hey, what about you? You graduated too. Laughing, you press your lips to hers in a sweet, lingering kiss. Hey, now, lovebirds, save that for later. Everyone at the table chuckles good-naturedly. Actually, I have a toast of my own. You slide your chair back and get to your feet. My senior year was full of surprises. Adventure, pain, surprise, promise. But more than anything, this year has taught me to embrace the unknown, accept everything changes, appreciate what I already have. I'm just thinking. Because I look at it as not what Mizumi has, but me. Again, I usually play these things as myself. I'm gonna go ahead and embrace the unknown. I got a 5-star review for co-writing a fringe play. I tried being in a music video. Hell, I jumped on a freaking plane with Chris. Chris made you do what out of a what now? She survived, I swear. I have more than survived. I tested my boundaries this year. I found out that the world is wider and wilder than I ever dreamed, and I'm excited. When I discovered Vasquez's journal, I thought it would help me inspire my thesis. It certainly got me to take risks and get out of my comfort zone. But the actual inspiration that helped me finish the project came from each and every one of you. Our happinesses, heartbreaks, our victories, our losses, every moment informed what I wrote. That's not fair. My mascara is not waterproof. I pack tissues. Take one of mine. Chris's kindness, Caitlin's courage, James's sensitivity, Zig's drive, Becca's resilience, Zach's heart, Abby's creativity, Tyler's optimism. There's a little bit of everyone. Can I have one of those tissues too? This pocket squares just for show. I just gave up. I'm using a napkin, man. I think we're gonna need more napkins. Wait until some sniffles die down before continuing. And if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd like to share an excerpt. After an introduction like that, I think we're all on the edge of our seats. You take your printed excerpt out of your purse. For my thesis, I decided to write a novel about how the changes we least expect can turn us into people we were meant to be. So, what is your novel about? It's about a woman named Bridget who marries her college sweetheart right before the start of World War II. With her new husband away at war, she gets a job writing advertising copy. She finds she loves it way more than staying at home. When the war ends, Bridget wants to keep working. She's found her true passion, but can she reconcile the woman she's become with the woman her husband married? Can you tell us a little bit about the excerpt you'll be reading? I picked a scene near the inn where she's working late, and her husband Roger comes to confront her about how little time she spends at home. How come she's never home? Right, 'cause she's working, Caitlin. Bridget's on a cusp of a breakthrough. She's been struggling for weeks to find the perfect slogan for this bubblegum company, and she's so close to finding it. That's part of why she loves her job. She loves being challenged, loves puzzling her way to the perfect solution. Sounds like my kind of girl. Clear your throat and read from the pages you've printed out. Bridget looks up from her typewriter, and suddenly Roger's standing in front of her. What are you doing here? She asks. We need to talk, Roger says, and since you're never home, I decided to come to you. Bridget scrambles for an excuse. Can it wait? Bernard's bubblegum needs his copy by the end of tomorrow. No, Roger says softly. I don't think it can. We can't go on like this anymore. We never see you. I never see you. You're always exhausted. What kind of marriage is that? Oh, yeah, that's gonna go over real well. Something inside Bridget just snaps. Maybe that's a question we should both be asking, Bridget shouts. Because I don't want the kind of marriage that requires me to give up what I love to make sure you get your dinner. Pause dramatically. Everyone at the table stares at you in rapt attention. Don't leave us hanging. What happens next? Shut up, Mom. Roger places a covered dish onto the desk in front of her. Then I can make dinner. Lifts the lid, revealing a meatloaf, carrots, and mashed potatoes. The war changed both of us, Roger says. You're not a perfect housewife. I'm not a perfect soldier. Let's just be Bridget and Roger. We can't know what the other one needs if we don't talk to each other, he says. But I love you, so let's talk. You put down your excerpt, the table applauds. You give a jaunt curtsy and return to your seat. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Masumi, that was magnificent. I loved every word. Sounds like you brought down the house. As the faculty member responsible for your graduating thesis, I can't officially comment, but if you'd like a subtle hint. She peers a comically exasperated wink with a thumbs up, making you burst out laughing. Very subtle, Alice. Thank you. Gabriella reaches out across the table and taps your hand as you sit back down. That was wonderful, Mizumi. I only wish my father were here to listen to it. I can imagine what he'd say if he were here. Yes, I can imagine as well. Mizumi, you've written an immortal masterwork of staggering genius, an overly sentimental drivel from the heart. I learned that from him. I think that's part of why he was so direct. Very diplomatic.
I just mean in everything he did and said, he cut straight to the heart of things. Forget politeness, forget small talk, just the truth. You know, Mom used to tell me stories about how shy and uncertain Dad used to be, although I never quite believed them. To me, he was always brash, inventive, utterly fearless. After Mom died, I cut him out of my life. I came really close to retreating all the way and back into his old shell. I had no idea how close until it was almost too late, but you...
Tears glitter in her eyes, even as she smiles at you.
You and James and the rest of your friends, you guys really came through for him. It sounds weird to say, but you saved his life.
Swallow a suddenly difficult task due to the lump in your throat.
And knowing that his influence helped you develop into a confident, successful, and self-assured writer that you are now, it's like part of him still lives on. Gabriella.
Feeling a bit overwhelmed, you get up from the table.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I think there's something in my eye. You head to the bathroom to dab at your eyes and take a few breaths. Reapply your makeup, and when you come out, your parents are waiting for you outside.
Honey, are you alright?
Oh, of course.
I just needed a few moments to process. You guys didn't have to rush after me.
Well, we were just hoping for a chance to take you aside, to share our good news. Where is Zig, by the way? I'm just saying. Mother leans her head on your father's shoulder, and he wraps an affectionate arm around her. Your father and I are getting back together after 2 weeks, Mom, really?
Really? What changed? Oh, honey, we all changed. In good ways and bad. But treating each other like the people we used to be wasn't working anymore.
Getting laid off affected me more than I thought. I was too afraid to change things at my new job, so I just complained about it at home.
And hearing how unhappy he was terrified me, so I just shut down all discussion. But I miss talking to you, Stefan.
I miss talking to you too. That's why I helped us, that's what helped us reach a breakthrough in our couples counseling. Both of us are making changes, and I finally sat down with my boss and told him about the problems I've been having at work. He actually listened. He's transferring me to a new role that focuses more on what I'm good at.
Yeah, that's great. In the summer, we're celebrating with a cruise, an adventure just for us on the ember of the sea. This makes me so happy, you have no idea.
Your eyes start to fill with tears all over again. No, they don't.
Oh, come on, you guys, I just fixed my mascara. Blow your nose and come back to the table. The rest of this night is for you.
You and your parents rejoin your friends. After another hour of food, laughter, and stories, Alice beams at you.
You've come a long way from the woman who thought she'd ruined everything she touched.
You laugh self-deprecatingly, and Alice pulls something out of her bag.
Do you remember what little watch shop we stood in front of in London, imagining all of our future selves? Well, before we flew back to the States, I returned to that shop and I bought this for you.
An antique pocket watch.
Alice, this is beautiful. Thank you so much. Keep it as a reminder that time is on your side.
No, it's not.
And that every second we have, the choice to take a step onto a new path.
No, we don't. Well, I'm so tired of just hearing that from everyone. I'll get to that later.
1,000 different paths, 1,000 different selves. All I have to do is pick one. I'll treasure this, Alice.
You added pocket box. Who remembered this? We had a memory board? Question mark? As the evening comes to a close and everyone starts getting up to leave, Caitlin sits bolt upright in her chair.
Wait, Where are you all going?
Ah, there he is. We haven't seen hide nor hair of you for, like, a while now. It's, getting late. Caitlin, and, graduation's tomorrow.
Come on, we can't let the night end like this. I've got a better idea. What did you have in mind?
Eyes twinkle with mischief.
We need to go back to where it all began. The rooftop where we first planned our plans and dreamed our dreams. Let's sneak back into our old dorm.
With graduation around the corner, you and your friends have time for one last heartfelt adventure. Tune in next time for the grand finale of the freshman series. Couldn't end it there, could you, Pixelberry? I called it, Chapter 15. Just couldn't end it there. Everything was good. Could have ended it. Nope. We have to go back. I had a fucking speech picked out. Okay? I had a moment. So you know what? Technically, it did end for me. It did. So I'm gonna say what I gotta say. 2 years. 2 years I've been doing choices. It's been a long journey, hasn't it? It's had its ups and its downs. And if certain individuals that we all, I'd say, hate, had anything to do with it, I would have quit YouTube a long time ago. I have always had a special fond place in my heart for freshmen, as it was the very first book I started out on, and I'd like for you guys to join me next week for the finale, preferably on Twitch, but if you can't, that's fine. Link for Twitch is down below. But kind of like a self-memorandum, if you may. I will do Senior last next week. And I'd like to see where I've come through, because it's been 2 years. And with the end of freshman, I'd like to tip my hat to Pixelberry, as well as the Choices community and whatnot. It's been a long road. It really has. And who knows with how many more books or journeys we'll have together. We don't know. We don't know. You know, something may happen to one of us. We may never see one another again. Things like that happen. That's life. That's life. Perfect example is Vasquez. Gone too soon, in my opinion, but at least we had reminders of him around. And I look at these videos that I do for your entertainment, for the betterment of a community, for the awesomeness of a community that we have. These are, in a way, are my memoirs, my pieces of myself that, when I'm gone, will live on. So that's how I look at it. Won't do my usual outro. Just thought I'd say that. So look forward to next week. However, criticism to Pixelberry. Come on! I had to ruin the sappy moment. I'm starting to tear up. 2 years, but it's just a bit weird that everything was all peachy keen. I feel like there could have been a little bit more relationship discussion, a little bit more heartfelt thing. It was just okay or no. And then the same thing happened with your parents. I just felt like it was a bit kind of rushed. But I digress. Without further ado, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.